every single day. And for the last 150 years or so, we have tried hard to be a beacon of light and hope in this place. We have tried hard to say to people from every corner of this broken world, come here. You are welcome here. You will be safe here. Your family will succeed here. And it's a battle that we continue to wage every single day to make sure that we are fulfilling the promise of this place. And one of the most important parts of that is the continued struggle to fight poverty here, and particularly to fight poverty abroad. You know, I spend a lot of my time, pretty much every Saturday and Sunday, with amazing groups of Calgarians who are coming together to work to build community, who are volunteering to support causes across the spectrum. And I always say the same thing, which is that people who come to do these sorts of things often come because they've been personally touched by an issue. And I always say that you're not here because of your loved one who had this disease or because your friend went through this issue. You're actually here for people you don't even know. You're here for someone who weeks or months or years from now will, for example, be in a doctor's office and getting a scary diagnosis. And because of the work you do, their path will be easier. The thing I love about the Partnership Walk, the thing I really am touched by, is that we're here to deal with global poverty. We're here to deal with people around the world whom we will never meet, but try and make their path easier. And the challenges remain high. More than 800 million people in the world live in extreme poverty in every corner of the globe. People without access to basic needs, safe, clean drinking water, decent health care, education for all, particularly for girls and women. Without that, you can't live a life of dignity. You can't live a life of potential. But what's really important to know is that things have changed. And I think sometimes we lose track of that. Over the course of the last 25 years, in no small part because of the work of the Aga Khan Foundation and other NGOs around the world, because of the adoption by the United Nations of the Millennium Development Goals and now of the Sustainable Development Goals, we have made extraordinary progress. Mortality rates of children under 5 years have been reduced by 50%. That means there are hundreds of millions of children alive today who would not have been alive had they been born 10 or 25 years earlier. There are 1 billion fewer people living in poverty today than there were 25 years ago. More than half of extreme poverty has been eradicated in the world. And that's because of the work that all of us do, because all of us are determined to fight poverty every day. So I want to say thank you to every single one of you for being here today. As you've heard, since 1985, the walk has raised more than $100 million. Last year, the walks across Canada raised $7 million. And Riaz, we're going to meet that target today, are we, across the country? All right, Riaz says we are, so we're going to, because of all of you. So one more time, let's hear it for the organizers, all of whom are volunteers, who do this every single day, every single year. Let's hear it for the donors, every single one who gave $1 or $100,000. Let's hear it for every single one of you who's gone to family and friends, not just to raise money, but also to raise awareness of global poverty. Give yourselves a big hand. And now, just in order to build community, I want you to turn to the person next to you, especially if it's a stranger, give them a high five, and say thank you for being here. Thank you all.
One more.
Mayor Nenshi, I was waiting for my high fives. Come on, I'm a stranger. You can give me a high five. I know you've all heard what Riaz was talking about earlier, but I think it bears repeating. To make this year's World Partnership Walk the most successful on record, our generous donors have also offered to match funds raised on the walk day up to $50,000. So that means everybody, right? Yeah, absolutely. A round of applause. Our anonymous donors. And we need to get that. We need to max him out, right? Max him or her out. So please, be generous with your donations. Please take advantage of this and, make it worth it tonight and today. What we have to tell you a little bit about is social media. So the topic of tweeting, the hashtag for today's walk is hashtag WPWalk. hashtag YYC, so for all of you tweeters out there, or hashtag step forward, and the handle is @WPWalk. So please be sure to use these hashtags as you walk and hang out with your friends and make donations. And don't forget to stop by the Partner Shop tent today.